There's footage of Sir Keir Starmer telling you will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. Check it out.
Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. For too many years, it's been too easy for people to come here, slip into the shadow economy, and remain here illegally.
Oh dear, not Keir Starmer with the racist rhetoric again, please no.
Frankly, we've been squeamish about saying things that are clearly true.
What do you mean? You are the CEO at blanket statement and false information, my boy.
It's not just that it's not compassionate left-wing politics to rely on labour that exploits foreign workers and undercuts fair wages.
What do you mean? Like, Labour is the one holding all of the suppression? Like, bro, everyone is underpaid and overworked. What are you talking about?
But the simple fact that every nation needs to have control over its borders.
One gold star to Keir Starmer. Good job.
We do need to know who is in our country.
Oh my God, he's worked it out. He's got the plan. What is it? Is it the Navy? Is it the Coast Guard? Is it bolstering our ports or airports with biometrics and instant screening?
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work.
Wait, what the fuck did he just say?
Digital ID mandatory for the right to work.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
By the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. Because decent, pragmatic, fair-minded people, they want us to tackle the issues that they see around them.
No. You hide fiscal drag. You hide austerity and the actions that it's had. You painted this demon, bro. You gave us this image, so I don't know what you're talking about there. This is all propaganda, my boy.
And of course, the truth is, we won't solve our problems if we don't also take on the root causes.
Oh my God, the irony. Oh my God, no. But you do indeed raise a very interesting point. So let's play devil's advocate. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's look into the migrant state. Let's put ourselves in a migrant's shoes and let's feel out and see, where we sit.
The UK, this man, who we're calling Robin, says he's paid £5 per hour, less than half the minimum wage, to work cash in hand at a takeaway in Northern England.
Oh, fuck. They're paid in cash in hand, are they? Fuck. Who would have seen that coming type shit?
He's seeking asylum after claiming he was tortured in his home country.
Do you think these digital ID cards will stop people wanting to work or stop employers from getting you to work illegally?
No, never. They take advantage. We are sufferer. We are not taking any advantage. We need to survive. We are a survivor.
Bro, they understand. They fully understand. They know themselves. And it's like, what choice do they... Bro, this is ridiculous. Next.
You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. There's a battle for the soul of this country now as to what sort of country do we want to be.
One where everyone gets paid equally. Not really fucking difficult.
Keir Starmer is betting that digital ID can be one way to deal with the issue of illegal migration and help him combat the threat posed by Reform UK.
Ooh, bro. When your biggest fucking fear is Reform UK, what the fuck are we doing at this point? What are these clowns allowing to... Bro.
Proposal is far from universally popular. Digital ID cards could look a bit like this. They'd be stored on mobile phones with a section to prove someone's right to work, to show employers, and possibly a right to rent, to show landlords. They could eventually help speed up access to government services like the NHS or welfare payments.
They could also create a loophole in UK law where you have to give them your digital ID without being arrested or being detained. If you know anything about British law, you know your rights. You don't have to give them anything if you are not being arrested or being detained. So with that being said, this may well be a way, a backdoor to enforce this rule for like the thought police that we've seen going viral and stuff on the internet.
Ministers want digital ID rolled out by the end of this Parliament.
In the age of data harvesting and fraud, this should terrify you, especially in the hands of the government.
From a civil liberties and privacy perspective, it's a disaster. This will completely upend the nature of our relationship as citizens with the state and insert the state into many aspects of our everyday lives.
Tony Blair tried to introduce government ID cards in the early 2000s, but the idea was scrapped by the coalition government, and those parties haven't changed their view.
I'm not sure if people will trust the government with their data or to be able to deliver on this. They're not competent enough.
They say this is to stop the boats. It will do nothing to stop the boats. They need to get a proper plan to deal with illegal immigration.
Yo, thank you. Someone else that can actually think critically in this country. Like, bro, people have IQ. Like, it's not an inherent problem, man. I promise.
It is trying to sell something to the public that has been presented to us many times before as if it's now about illegal immigration. This proposal does not address the pull factors that bring people here illegally. It will simply push those who are already skirting the law further into the shadows. And in fact, it could create greater risks for people already in quite vulnerable situations.
Over the last month, I've employed 2 new people in other branches, and it took me all of about 15 minutes to get that information. So there was nothing difficult about that at all.
It has been a horrific couple of weeks for Sir Keir Starmer, losing his Deputy Prime Minister, Angela Rayner, his US Ambassador, Peter Mandelson. Today's the day he hopes to be on the front foot on an issue which many in his party think will be the centrepiece of the next election, the small boats crisis. Talking about the next election today, he actually said he wanted it to be an open fight between Labour and Reform UK. Not sure if he wants it. He might not have any choice. A major poll overnight said that if there was an election right now, Reform would be the biggest party, taking scores of seats off of Labour, and Reform do very well on the small boats crisis.
We are fucking cooked, boys. Everyone from the right and everyone from the left has completely lost faith in their own parties, and they're being forced towards fucking UKIP. It's UKIP. Don't forget this, fucking UKIP.
I spoke to the Migration Minister, Mike Tapp, earlier on, and started by asking him, is migration really what's at the heart of what was announced today?
So this chat is actually really insightful. I would ask you to watch it till the end because they do raise some pretty decent points, and Mike here gets kind of dicked down by the reporter, I can't lie, but it's fun to watch.
So this is a really exciting opportunity for the British public, who are, by the way, being undercut as workers, so we're going to deal with that. But it also makes their lives easier day to day when it comes to renting, mortgaging, setting up a bank.
Objection. Clearly bullshit. It's another spanner in the works to make everything longer. What do you mean?
Bank account. But it also enables us in the Home Office and from an enforcement point of view to take on the dodgy employers who are undercutting British workers.
But wait, if you're a dodgy employer, you're not fussed by a digital ID or not. You're still going to be taking people on the black market regardless.
And this is the point. We'll know who they are.
What the fuck? How would you magically know now, my boy? You couldn't find out before. Now they'll skew the numbers like they already are. What the fuck are you yapping about?
So we can target them and we can take down those companies who are misbehaving and undercutting British workers. Undercutting British workers.
Okay, undercutting British workers, right, that's what you actually meant by that. My fault, it's just when you were talking about immigrants the whole time, I thought that's what you meant.
That means that pull factor is coming down. We've spoken to people in Calais, many have, and a lot of them say they're coming here to work illegally. There was a couple of arrests the other day. I spoke to one of the illegal migrants who told me that he was here for work. This will stop that from happening and reduce that pull factor.
So wait a minute, if you're some fellow who's in Eritrea at the moment, you've got through the whole of North Africa to Libya, probably paid a people trafficker to get on a rickety boat and brave getting over the Mediterranean, then traverse the whole of Europe. Are you really telling me that they're going to sit in Calais and go, oh wait a minute, the government's got some app now to stop people getting jobs at car washes in Warrington, paid cash in hand? I won't bother now.
It's a part of the solution. It's not the solution. There isn't a switch we can flick to.
I'm pretty sure patrolling Coast Guard with big guns and biometric ports would make quite a big difference.
To solve this, which is why we've already deported and removed 35,000. We've got the returns deal with the French.
You can't rely on the French, bro. They'll fucking run or surrender or some shit. What do you mean? The French are our closest neighbours, and not once have they done anything to help anytime we reach out.
We're looking at the ECHR. There's a lot of work going on in the Home Office to secure the borders, and this is a part of it.
Okay, so you're wasting billions on useless shit that doesn't help anybody, and this is just the surface level. Note taken, thanks.
There has been a big poll that's come out overnight, and a big MRP poll. It shows that if were there a general election right now, Reform would be the biggest party, you would lose huge numbers of seats. How many more policies can we expect to see that are dictated by your fear of reform?
This has nothing to do with fear of reform. This is about our manifesto commitment. This is our manifesto commitment to secure the borders. That's what we're seeking to deliver. When you look at Reform's policy on immigration, they don't know. They haven't got a clue, and they're just conspiracy theorists when it comes to things like digital ID, vaccinations and the NHS. And look, on that poll, if you ask the voters whether they'd want to pay for their NHS healthcare, would they still be making the same decision?
We do. We literally do. We have a 3 trillion GDP on average per year. We do. Y'all misplaced the funds.
You mentioned the manifesto there. There was nothing in your manifesto about digital ID.
Based as fuck, top guy.
No, but there's a lot in the manifesto about standing up for hard-working people, and when British workers are being undercut, then that opens up this sort of policy to ensure that we're helping them and ensuring they're not undercut by foreign illegal workers.
Okay, so there was 2 different points that actually had nothing to do with what he said.
Is your hope, you've already mentioned about opening bank accounts and whatnot, is your hope that this will end up impacting all parts of everyone's life in the UK?
In terms of where this will go in the future, there's really exciting possibilities. Life's much easier for the residents of Estonia, Denmark, Australia. There's many other countries who are ahead of the game here. We need to modernise, we need to simplify people's lives, and this is for sure what it will do, but we're starting off by making sure that it's mandatory for all workers so we can have that impact on illegal migration.
But that mission creep is exactly the point that lots of people are worried about.
It's not mission creep. This is positive. People have passports, they have driving license, they have national insurance numbers.
Yeah, we know. That is part of the problem with this fucking non-fix ass shit. Fuck off.